Sup peeps, my name's Ian, I sell books on eBay, and today I think I've got 10 orders going out. First one I'm going to show you has confused me. Somebody's bought 5 books, or 5 items I should say, but they've bought them all separately, so I need to go in and work out what should have been free out of the 5 and what needs to be refunded postage wise, and I've got a feeling eBay ain't going to let me do it that way, other than looking like I've cancelled orders. So I need to go in and work out how to do that, but I'll show you what they've ordered anyway, and we'll just take it from there. Alright, so this first bundle consists of the Children's Bible in Colour, which without postage sold for £6, as well as wee box set of Play Better Golf, which again sold without postage for £6. And then the other 3, we've got Hero Factory Rise of the Rookies DVD, Robert Muchmore Boot Camp, and Robert Muchmore Gone Wild. So a couple of quid with free postage on that, and these guys are like £3 each roughly without postage. So like I say, I need to go and work out what needs to be refunded off that order and see if I'm able to do it. But that is the first order of the day. Then we have, just listed these the other day, a bundle of 5 Jane Austen Penguin Red Classics, so all the same series. 6 books I think in total Jane Austen had, and that's 5 of them there, so one of the obvious ones missing. I can't remember what. Emma, there's no Emma in that set, but otherwise the 5 of them, and they sold for £11.99. Then we have None of This Is True by Lisa Joel, as well as None of This Is True by Lisa Joel, as well as None of This Is True by Lisa Joel. So somebody's taken advantage of the buy 2 get 1 free and bought all 3 copies that I had of Lisa Joel's None of This Is True. Are they reading them together? Is it a wee book club? I don't know, but £9.99 for the 3 of them. Whatever the reason, I'm happy for the sale. Right, then we've got Electra by Jennifer Saint, nice wee paperback, and that went for £6.99.
And similar artists on Amazon Music.
Alexa's just gone and said something because I said Electra. Hold on. Yeah, let's hope there was nothing in there for a wee copyright. A bundle of 3 next, which is, what have we got again, £9.99. We've got Braised Pork by Anne Yu. What's that one? Small Pleasures by Claire Chambers, and The Chalkman by C.J. Tudor. I've got that in my own pile to read actually. I want to try a wee bit C.J. Tudor, but when I get to it, who knows. Next up, a wee single book, Clarinet for Dummies, £12.99. I like my dummies books. Right, a bundle of 5 next, so thankfully we've got some proper sales going out today. £11.49 I think for these ones. 5 Philippa Gregory books, so I think I do them for like £2.50 each plus postage. Buy 3 get 2 free, etc. So £11.49. And should be another bundle next. Yes, it is. We've got 5 Dogman books by Dav Pilkey. Just picked these up the other day, and they've gone for £15.99 because there's a load of hardcovers on there, which is good because for some reason his books are always really heavy for the size of them. So that's probably going to be a 2 kilo effort. It feels easy, 2 kilos in my hand, but £15.99 for the 5 of them. Which takes us to the second last order for the day, which is a wee bit of a mix. We've got 4 Michael Morpurgo and Joanne Harris on the end. Chocolat. Remember the movie? So yeah, £10.99 for the 5 of them. Which takes me to the last order of the day so far. It's 10:30. Hopefully there'll be some more. and that is a wee box set. Kate Marion. I see book box sets, so they're cheap, I'll pick them up. So it's a box set, 5 books, all by Kate Marion. I don't know the author, I don't know the books, but it was a nice clean box set, and let's say that's sold for £10.99. So that's the order so far. I'm going to get them packed up just now. Hopefully there's some more to come in today. So it's a wee bit better than what was the total for yesterday, but still yesterday didn't hit the £100 mark. A chunk of these have obviously come in this morning, but I think I've got about 18 quid to refund to the guy that's bought the 5 separately, if I can work out how to do it. So really, I've had a £10 start to the day rather than what looks like a £30 start. But yeah, we'll work it all out. And that's all for now. Today was meant to be Project Recover the House getting started. So I've got space out in the garage and I want to get everything moved out to it. But that means emptying the garage out, moving the stuff in, working out what needs to be taken to the dump, what needs to be Facebook Marketplace just to clear some space, and what else fits back in. But I've been putting this off all week because I've been doing other things, trying to make some money. Today I decided to do it and then looked at the weather forecast, and about lunchtime, in a couple of hours, it's meant to start absolutely chucking it down, which makes it very difficult to do. So I'll need to decide, do I go ahead with any of that today or do I wait and do it tomorrow? It's one of these jobs that needs to be done in one go, otherwise I've got book stock all over the place and I won't be able to find anything. So I need to be able to say, right, 11 o'clock, there's no more sales going out today, I've got until tomorrow to get it all moved and shifted, and it's a good day of graft getting that done. So yeah, I'll decide on what I'm doing with that once I see how the weather looks in an hour or so. But yeah, lugging books through the rain, not a good idea. Anyway, that is all for now. I may be back later on, I might not be, we'll have to wait and see. And so we continue. Saturday morning. You'll have seen previous day's sales were a wee bit better, but thankfully we've had like a full recovery over the course of Friday, and hopefully that will continue across the weekend. So let's just show you what's sold. There's some couple of interesting bits and pieces, a couple of things that you should probably keep your eyes open for if you're out and about on the hunt. One of them is particularly Scottish, so I don't know if anyone else will find them if you're a wee bit further south, but still, let's get started with that particular item, which is TJ Mathematics Success Level 2A and 2B. The two of these, they were listed as individuals, but somebody has bought them together as the pair, and they have sold for £32.99. Now, these go well because they're for younger children rather than it being the secondary school education, which means they're popular for homeschooling. I don't know if that's why they've been purchased or if it's to support somebody who's actually at school, but the two of them, let us say, cracking that, £32.99. Definitely keep your eyes open for TJ Mathematics books. Had them a week or so, so they've been quite a quick sale as well. Right, pop them in the to be packed pile and move on to the next. A pre-made bundle. Sells fairly regularly. I've always got a couple listed at least, and that's Philip Pullman, his Dark Materials trilogy. The original covers seem to sell the best. $9.99 for the 3 of those, so not a big sale, but a fairly easy sale. The next one I just picked up the other day. It's priced, it's got a lot of range in the prices, anything from like kind of about £12 up to about 25. So I stuck it on as a tenner plus postage because I'd rather get things moving, and that sold for £13.99 unmasked. So it's the ultimate guide to ADHD, autism and neurodivergence. Really good, clean condition. Its cover price is £16.99, so selling it for £13.99 pre-owned, even though it's in as new condition. Someone's getting a wee bit of a deal, and if I paid 25-30p for that book, I'm making my money very comfortably on that one. Next, going to Jeffrey. So Jeffrey is a repeat buyer. I think Jeffrey's bought from me on just about every platform that I've ever sold on. And we've got 3 military books, war books. Cornelius Ryan, A Bridge Too Far, German Tanks of World War II, and Panzer, the Armoured Force of the Third Reich. So 3 nice little war books heading to Jeffrey, heading up north, and £13.54. So cheers, Jeff, much appreciated. Right, what else do we have? Oh, a little 3-book bundle. Dean Koontz. So we've got some Dean Koontz. We've got Cold Fire, Darkness Comes, and Odd Is On Our Side, which I hadn't even realised it's actually a graphic novel. It's not a novel, so I hope that works out for who has bought it. But the 3 of them, £8.99. I don't charge much for my Dean Koontz books, kind of £2.50 a book plus postage. Right, I listed this last night and it sold almost straight away, which makes me think I could have asked for a wee bit more, but having said that, £19.99 for a stack of Goosebumps books, 11 of them, all in kind of good condition. 11 of them, I picked these up, it was like 10 for £1, so it's cost me a little over £1 to get them, and they've sold for £19.99 almost straight away. So I could have maybe squeezed an extra £5 out of it, maybe an extra £10, I don't know, but getting £16 back plus postage for just over £1 out, I'm quite happy to take that. If I can sell that same day, I would do that every single time if it was possible. So Goosebumps books in bundles seem popular. Right, the next one is a big stack of 20, but it's not books, it's DVDs. And it's all of these, so mostly from my classic DVDs listings. Some examples of that: Legends of the Fall, My Girl, Sister Act, Babe, Mystic River, Saving Private Ryan, The Border's Top Gun, Atonement, Beaches Cocktail, Grease, Gone with the Wind. So that kind of thing seems to sell quite well in bundles. I still have hundreds of DVDs to get added to these listings, and I just keep putting it off. I really need to get them sorted out, because that lot sold for £28.99. 20 DVDs, I pay £1 for 10. Quite often I even get them for free, so a couple of quid into that lot for a £28.99 sale is very nice indeed. So nice big stack of DVDs heading to Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Next is another biggish bundle, 10 books this time, going to Sophie, and it is an author I have not sold many of. I've only really started picking them up quite recently, and that's nearly all of them gone in one sale. So Sue Grafton, all the alphabet thrillers, for example, L is for Lawless, Q is for Quarry, so not the full 26 there, that's for sure. Maybe there's only 25 in the set, I don't know if she managed to find every letter, but the 10 of them went for £22.99, so maybe £3 into that to get £22.99 back. That's including postage. Again, a good little sale. Right, I think we've got another big bundle next. We do. Another bundle of popular sellers, which is David Walliams. We've got 10 David Walliams books going out. I'm holding that one up because they've got one big kind of hardcover picture book, and then if I can grab them all in one go, 9 others. So a mix of hardbacks, paperbacks, first editions, all sorts in there, but that stack of 10, £27.99. Oh, put them down there. David Walliams, I'll pay anything up to 50 pence for a David Walliams book, even though I only sell them for like £2 each, or less than that, because I'll still make, you know, even a small profit on that. But typically I pay an awful lot less because they're kids' books, and that's where they bundle up. So £27.99 for those 10 books. Again, quite happy to keep flipping them out like that, although I, having not sold David Walliams for quite a while, he's been going out fast, and I am beginning to run low. I had an entire bookcase full of them. Now I've got about half a bookcase, so I will need to make sure I can find some of them in the not too distant future. Next one's a wee bit interesting, not worth much money. We've got The Observer's Book of Coins. £3 plus postage, so £6.99 altogether for that dinky little dude right there. These vintage Observer series books, they seem to sell okay. Not for big money or anything, but they do move. So if you see these wee ones in good enough condition, pick them up. Coins, fishes, birds, wildflowers, vegetables, European costume, you know, there's a whole big series of them. If you were to find all 70 in the series, I'm sure it would actually be quite a good sale. But as it stands, that one's £6.99 on its own. And next, what have we got? We've got 5 David Gemmell books. Yes, 5 of them. 555. And that'll be this 5 here. So David Gemmell, fantasy, vintage fantasy, bit of Waylander, Midnight Falcon. We got Quest for Lost Heroes, The King Beyond the Gate, £13.74. So kind of a wee bit above my average kind of £12.99 for 5, but even if it was £12.99, I'd be quite happy as it stands. Nice wee sale. And next it should be Mog the cat, Mog the Forgetful Cat, which is in this bundle somewhere. We've got 5 Mog books, and they have sold for £12.54. I had these for ages. I picked up a wee stack of Mog books, made up a listing with them, and then haven't added to it since, although I do see them. I'm going to have to be a wee bit more adventurous in what I pick up, I think, going forward, because especially with the kids' books, there's a lot of kids' books that I just leave behind. I might think about doing a bit more with them moving forward, because when I've got them and I list them right, and that's the trick, isn't it? It's not getting the listing right. They do seem to sell. But 5 Mog books, £12.54. And Jacqueline Wilson, that's Jacqueline Wilson in English. 5 Jacqueline Wilson paperbacks, heading to Caroline, £9.99. So I just do these for £2 each. Buy 3, get 2 free, plus the postage means it's £9.99 for 5 books. So a little below the £2 a pop, which seems rather popular. Which takes me to the last order for now, which is, just came in this morning, first order of the Saturday, only order of the Saturday so far, and that is the Game of Thrones set. So all 7 of the books there. As soon as I get a set of these now, they get added to that listing. I think that was the last one I had listed at the moment. I've got some of them listed singly. They don't seem to sell, but as soon as you've got a bundle, that was £31.99 for the set of 7. So it seems quite a good way of doing it, which means the last 24 hours of sales, £254.71. So that's a much better day. Close to a £300 day for the day. Not enough to compensate for the previous few days, but it is definitely a step in the right direction and keeps that average sales up. So, you know, a few days at below £100 was really, really painful, and it always, I mean, everybody gets into this situation where it's like, oh God, is this worth it? I've got this stock, I'm buying stuff, what am I going to do? Should you keep going? Should you take your foot off the pedal? You know, all of these things go through your mind when you start having a few slower days. But having been around that cycle, I don't know how many times, it always comes back up. You've just got to make sure that you don't assume that your good days are your average, and that you wait until you've had the bad days and then you know what your average sales are going to be, and you can start planning around that. which is what I try to do. My sales are still relatively low on average across the piece. I need to expand quite a bit before that average will increase by any significant level, but always trying to plan to have enough cash there to go out and keep picking up, even if there is a few bad days, and to cover your postage and your packaging materials and the rest of it. And that can be difficult when you're working at a low level, but just get some history, understand what your kind of minimum average sales are likely to be, and work and plan with that. So if you're having a few bad days, a couple of bad weeks, don't worry about it. It will come back around. If you're relying on this as your kind of sole means of income, which sometimes I do, which I shouldn't, but sometimes I do, then you need to make sure that you're in a position for those average daily sales to cover, whatever your salary is, as well as all your other costs. So if you've got 100 items listed for a tenner each, you're not going to be able to do that. You need to work out what you would need to have listed for it to be a reliable, solid, full-time income. For me, that means at least doubling up on what I've got, so that I would be able to take a salary, a full-time salary, and have enough cash flow going to cover buying stock, packaging materials, paying for postage, etc. When you want to level up, so at the moment, a kind of level 1, maybe creeping into level 2. I don't know how you would describe these things. So, level 1 for most of us is going to your charity shops and your car boot sales, church sales, whatever they might be, and picking up bits and pieces as you go along. The next level up is getting those handful of contacts where you can go in and pick up on bulk. So I've got a couple of contacts that work reasonably well for me doing that, but nothing major. I need to get more on that side of it. The next level, which I'm aiming to get to very, very soon, and I'll be sharing with you guys, is getting stock coming to you, which is much more difficult to do and definitely requires a bit of a cash reserve to be able to do it successfully. So if you had a retail front, you could be saying to people, bring me your stuff and I'll buy it from you. The way I'll be doing this is I'm producing a buy list at the moment, which is simply all the authors that I want to buy and what I'm willing to pay for them, which is probably going to be about 50 pence a book. I can't spend any more than that on them, but the authors that I've got that move reasonably well for me, then I'll be able to pay that per book, assuming people send me enough at a time. Obviously covering people's postage to send the stuff as well, but if somebody was to send me, say, 5 books and I was paying them £2.50 plus £3 whatever it is in postage, then that's too much. But if somebody's to send me 10 kilos worth of books, which could be 30, 40 paperbacks at 50 pence each, then that maybe makes it worthwhile for them to do that. And even with the postage cost on top of that, which is going to be £5-6, it still means that I can make a wee bit of money from selling those on. So that's what I'm putting together at the moment. Just need to make sure that I've got enough cash reserve sat so that if people send stuff in, I can get it paid straight away. So we'll be setting that up. There'll be a list available. You can go through that list. So if you are lucky enough to be in your charity shops where you can pick books up for less than 50 pence each, then you can go and pick up these authors. I'm not looking for particular titles. It's not like I'll pay you 10p for that and 46p for that and 67 pence for that. It'll be authors, 50 pence a book. Here's the ones I want. Here's the minimum that I can take at a time. I still need to just work that calculation out to be very, very sure that I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. And then you send them to me along with your payment details. So you can pay it by backs, pay it through PayPal, whatever works. And as soon as I've got them in, made sure they're in the right condition, then that payment gets sent off. So if you are in that position where you're able to go out and pick up books at a reasonable price, especially if you're going out sourcing around these shops anyway, and you see a few of the authors that I'm looking for, pick them up, wait till you've got a box load, and then you can send them off to me and I'll be able to pay you for them. So next few days I'll have that list ready to go and share it with you guys so you know what's going on. Obviously not expecting to get huge amounts of stock through that, but if it gives me a wee extra supply, I'm not going to knock it, you know. Yesterday I think it was about somewhere between 80 and 100 books went out the door, so that's the kind of minimum. I mean, I've said it before, 100 books a day, that's my minimum listing quantities, so I need to make sure that I've got 100 books a day coming in. So if some of those came from a buy list, then that's fewer that I need to rely on finding myself out in the wild, although I would still pick up the same number, and that's where I would hopefully get an increase in what I'm doing. Anyway, that probably didn't make a huge amount of sense, but I hope it did. Saturday, no pickups. Got a pickup tomorrow and Sunday. I've got a few books to get listed. Will I get to those DVDs? I don't know. Football kicks off up here today, so I'll be watching a wee bit of that just to make it feel like a weekend again. And other than that, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But thanks for watching. Thanks for your support, Jeffrey. Top man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all of these things. And like I say, hopefully I will see you tomorrow.